Assalamu alaikum, family. This is Ryan X coming to you live. I hope that you all are having a blessed and wonderful day. This is the day that Allah God has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. People call it Hump Day. We're halfway through the week. We have 2 more days to go before the weekend will be upon us. But we know that every day is a good day, even the less popular ones, Mondays and Tuesdays. They're all beautiful days. They're days that Allah God has made, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. For in these days, these are days that we haven't seen before. And each day that Allah allows us to see, we have the fiber of our being, we have breath of our lungs, we have Him to be thankful for. On the likelihood that you're having one of those days, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. So, this is day number 43 of the government shutdown. This is the longest shutdown in U.S. history, the longest. It has surpassed the one of 2018 going into 2019. It surpassed that one. 43 days old. The House is to return today to vote to end the shutdown. Then it has to be approved by the Senate, and then it has to be approved by Trump. So the president. So that's how this is going to work. 43 days. People have not been getting a paycheck. The TSA agents at the airport not been receiving a paycheck. Air traffic controllers not received a paycheck. Government benefits have been cut off. SNAP, out here CalFresh, Head Start, all these programs, people have not been receiving their benefits, not been receiving paychecks. 43 days now. 43 days old. Men and women in the military. I know there was a philanthropist that said he was going to make sure that our service members got paid for the month of November, but I heard something about that. But what about December? 43 days now. 43 days. Absolutely insane. And it's both the Republicans and the Democrats. Not just the Republicans, it's the Democrats too. So this is just this is just so wicked. Meanwhile, Donald Trump, the president, he threw a great Gatsby party. I believe it was at the White House. A great Gatsby party. And you know what that remind me of? Remind me of what they did in this book here. Y'all see this? Citizens of the French Revolution. While the citizens of France were starving, Marie Antoinette and all the aristocrats in Paris and aristocratical leaders of France at that time, they were throwing parties, they were eating lavish, having lavish dinners, living it up, living it up, living it up. And the people got fed up, and the French citizens revolted. That famous saying of Marie Antoinette, let them eat cake. Yup. And this is the attitude of Trump and his cronies. Let the people eat cake. We're living in the histories that we're studied about. This is what caused the French Revolution, where the people stormed and stormed against the government and rose up. I'm surprised, not saying that, I would condone it, but I could definitely understand if it were to happen. I'm surprised that people haven't stormed the Capitol concerning this. Yeah, I know January 2001, people stormed the Capitol, but why aren't people storming the Capitol over not getting a paycheck? Over the government being shut down for damn near a month and a half? Why aren't people storming the Capitol about that? I'm just curious to know. Help me to understand this. I mean, TSA agents, air traffic controllers, people who work in these government buildings, national museums, national parks, people who work in the Department of Homeland Security. I know someone personally who works there. They haven't received a paycheck. People haven't been receiving their benefits that helps them get food, SNAP, CalFresh. Why aren't people storming the Capitol about this? I'm just curious to know. You would think this would be a reason to storm the Capitol. I'm just saying. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications on whenever I do videos on here. Just crazy to me, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. But 43 days now. Um, just sad. And it's both the Democrats and the Republicans. But here's the crazy part. They are still getting paid. These lawmakers, they are still receiving their paychecks. They have made plans for Thanksgiving probably gonna have a big Thanksgiving dinner. Probably gonna invite family and friends over. Probably got their menus out. We're gonna have a turkey. We're gonna have stuffing. We're gonna have this cake, pie, whatever, whatever, whatever. Business as usual. Or they may go out of town. But they didn't miss a beat. They probably made plans for Christmas. Didn't miss a beat. They're going to buy presents for their families. They're going to be able to put food on the table for their families. But many of those who are less fortunate will not. If the government is shut down, then why the hell are the lawmakers being paid? Riddle me this. Riddle me that, I should say. Why are they still getting paid? Why? Why are they still getting paid if the government shut down? It makes no sense. The government shut down, so why are you still getting paid? It's not right. President's still gonna get his paycheck. Not that he needs the money, but and these lawmakers, a lot of them are multimillionaires. Just about every one of them are multimillionaires, if not billionaires, what they be. You heard me. Multimillionaires, if they're not billionaires, what they be. But they make the rules for us. That in and of itself is a problem. Why is it that rich people make laws for those who are less fortunate than they are? That should not be the case. Not in a so-called democracy. Our forefathers, they had their hang-ups. Primarily, a lot of them were slave owners. But they did not intend for rich people to rule the people. That was not the intention of the government, for rich people to rule those who are not rich. That's what they had over in England with King George and crew. That's what they had in Europe. I mentioned it a few seconds ago about the French Revolution, Marie Antoinette. That's what they had in Europe, aristocrats ruling the people. And this is what we have here in America. We're following the same model of, well, let me repeat. America is following the same model of her European ancestors. the same model of her European ancestors or forebearers or whatever you want to say, forefathers. That's what she's doing. That's exactly what she's doing. And how did that end for them? How did it end for the French? Not well. Let them eat cake. Off with her head. Slice. Or that's her hand, but off with her head. Slice. The guillotine was introduced. And a lot of aristocrats fell victim to the guillotine. Is that what we're going to do here in America? Not so much the guillotine, but are we going to have to storm the Capitol? I'm surprised people haven't stormed the Capitol over not receiving their benefits, not receiving a paycheck. I'm surprised people haven't confronted the lawmakers on the street. I'm just shocked. How is it y'all SOBs are getting paid, but I'm not? I bust my hump at work. And I just read before I came on here, there are shortages at many airports. Most of the major airports across the country. Um, the three airports in New York, LaGuardia, Kennedy, and Newark Liberty in Newark, New Jersey. Chicago O'Hare, Midway, Denver International, Dallas Fort Worth, LAX, Detroit Metro, Philadelphia International, Miami International, um, Atlanta Hartsfield Jackson, which is a huge airport. So is DFW and Denver. What's another one? Charlotte Douglas. That's a big airport. All these major airports across the country have shut down, are having SFO out here. San Francisco International. All these airports are having shortages, delays. 900 something flights. That was what I heard for today. 900 something flights. And keep in mind that in 2 weeks, it's Thanksgiving. In 2 weeks, it's the holiday. So you got a lot of people traveling. This is a busy time of year. This is the busiest time of year for travel. The holidays, more so than the summer. Thanksgiving and Christmas, busiest times of year for travel. And this shutdown couldn't come at a worst possible time. Flights are being delayed. Not enough air traffic controllers, just a shortage. TSA agents. The TSA lines are stretched out the damn door, and literally speaking. It's just insane. Well, not stretched, but they're wrapped around. It's a madhouse. Insane. But I can't help but think, ta-da, The Fall of America by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We're witnessing the fall of America, y'all. This book was written in 1973, 52 years ago, and the messenger, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, foretold or spoke of America's fall. America's falling. She can't feed her citizens. People are not getting paid. They don't know when their next paycheck is coming. They have rent due. They have their car notes due. They have credit card bills due. Oh, by the way, Thanksgiving is 2 more weeks. The holiday is in 2 weeks. They can't even think about a Thanksgiving. They got to put food on the table tonight. What about tonight? I can't be worried about a goddamn Thanksgiving. What am I gonna do for November 12th? today. Today. I need food tonight. I can't wait until November 27th. That's another 15 days. No, I need food tonight. Then what about tomorrow night? November 13th, November 14th. I can't afford to wait till the 27th. I can't even think about the 27th right now. That's the furthest thing from my mind is a damn Thanksgiving or a damn Christmas. That's more than a month away. I need food tonight. I need to pay my bills. I saw in the news where air traffic controller said she couldn't afford to go to work because she couldn't put gas in her car. She couldn't put gas in her car. I think it was a lady. This person couldn't go to work because they couldn't afford to put gas in the car to go to work. This is where we at now. But Trump is throwing a great Gatsby party. Again, great book. Citizens, a chronicle of the French Revolution. But most importantly, that's a good book. It's good to get. But most importantly, this is the book that you should get. I'm just saying, y'all. Let them eat cake off with her head. Off with their heads. We're living in the histories that we've studied about. That's from my good brother from Philly, brother Maj Torre. Shout out to him. Go support him. Solutionary University.org. I believe that's it. Yeah. Solutionaryuniversity.org. Go over there, support him, buy some merchandise. Great brother. He's doing work in Philly and across the country with letting our people know about our Second Amendment rights. So go over there and support that brother. But I had to give him that shout out. Um, yeah, we definitely this is insane. Let them eat cake. It's just cruel. Meanwhile, our brothers and sisters in Jamaica are still recovering from Hurricane Melissa from a week ago or a week and a half ago. Our brothers and sisters in Haiti and Cuba are recovering from Hurricane Melissa, yeah, a week and a half ago. Cuba, Haiti, and Jamaica. So, yeah, we have got to pay attention to what's going on, y'all. Now is not the time uh, to be getting distracted. The South just got a cold spell. A brother of mine in Atlanta told me that it was in the 20s in Atlanta. Chicago got hit with a snowstorm. Detroit got hit with a little bit of it. Now is not the time to be playing. God is not playing with us. He is not playing with us. You gotta wake up and smell the pork chops. For those of you who like eating that poison, wake up and smell the damn pork chops. God is not to be mocked. He is not to be played with. Now is not the time. It is crazy out here. It is crazy out here, y'all. So we gotta beware and be aware. Because if it wasn't for the grace of Allah, that could easily be us, wondering where our next meals are coming from, wondering how we're gonna get to work. wondering how we gonna pay our bills. That could easily be us. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. So, um, to all those white conservatives who are making fun of black people, sharing these videos of black women flashing out over their EBT or SNAP benefits. Don't laugh. Don't laugh because check this out. There are more white people on welfare and food stamps and WIC than there are black women or black people. White people, y'all the majority of this country. Y'all are the majority of the population of this country. And those benefits, welfare, food stamps, that was meant for y'all. That wasn't meant for us. That was meant for white folks. Yes, for y'all. So all you poor, ignorant, um, just people who are doing disgusting things in Appalachia, living in the trailer parks of West Virginia, Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, parts of Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida. I said Georgia, Louisiana, and Texas, all throughout the South, and in the Midwest, in Indiana, Michigan, Ohio, Iowa, even out here, Nevada, uh, Arizona, Oregon, Washington State, Idaho, all these podunk towns who making fun of black people, well, white conservatives who making fun of black people, realize that there are poor white people in these places I just mentioned, particularly in the deep south and in the Midwest. They're suffering too. They're suffering big time. So don't just paint us as the poster children for uh poor and disparity. No, because those benefits that I mentioned, welfare, food stamps, those were meant for white people. Weren't meant for us. They were meant for white people. Unfortunately, black people, many of us fell on hard times and we had to rely on them. And there's some who abuse it. Yes, I admit. But also, let's not be fooled. There are Latino people who abuse it. There are Asian people who abuse it. There are Middle Eastern people who abuse it. And most importantly, and most of all, there are white people who abuse these benefits more so than any other people. Yes, white people abuse welfare and food stamps more so than black people. But they don't want to they don't want to talk about that. They want to paint us as the villains. And we do it to ourselves. Let's be honest. Some of our people do it to themselves. We do. But we can't be fooled and think that white people are the holiest of the holies. There are pure as the driven snow. No, 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 no. Hell to the no. They are just as trifling, if not more so. They taught us how to be trifling. If you want to keep it 1,000, they stole a continent of people. They stole a people from a continent. They did. And jacked another continent, stole a people from a continent, brought them to another continent, and jacked the continent. Were there as colonizers and jacked it. Australia. So miss me. Miss me with all this Black people are the face of this. Miss me with it. We're what? 27% of the population? They said we 13, but I don't know. I don't buy that. I think we're like 27.5% of the population. So, but again, the fall of America. Put this book up so y'all can see it. Get it. Great book by the messenger, Allah's messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. He's no longer on the scene. He made his departure. He departed from us 50 years ago, but this is a great book. I think I'm gonna land my plane there. I hope I was able to get my point across in this video. If so, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. Share this video, share it, share it, share it. Let's flood the algorithm with it and let's have the conversation because it's a must. Drop your comments below and let me know what you think. I would love to hear them or see them. Also, I know there are going to be people who disagree with me on what I said. I'm cool with that. That's fine and dandy. All I ask is let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. In our disagreements, let's use logic, common sense, facts, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. That'll get you nowhere. So keep that in mind. Support my YouTube channel here, my future projects that's coming down the pipeline. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank y'all for rocking with me and having patience with me all these years. It's greatly appreciated, and I do not take it for granted one iota. I love y'all, and I thank y'all immensely. Brothers as well as sisters, y'all be safe out here. Beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. I mentioned it a few minutes earlier in this video. So y'all got to beware out here. Be safe and beware. Be aware. Beware and be aware. Please. Whether you're going to work, coming home from work, dropping your children off at school, picking them up, running errands, on vacation, or just at home doing nothing. Still, beware and be aware. Danger is all around us, no matter where we at or what we're doing. Those of us in the Nation of Islam, General Order Number 2. Y'all know what I mean. So, till next time, y'all take care. I love y'all. And I will talk to y'all sooner than later, inshallah. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum. And get those books. Fall of America, get it. NOI.org. There's a list of books from the messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So get his books and support the nation. You don't have to be you don't have to be in the Nation of Islam to support the Nation of Islam. So support your fellow brothers and sisters, please. All right, y'all. Till next time, I love y'all. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all sooner than later. Inshallah. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.